What's going on, everybody? Today we have a woman who's been grinding hard in her music career, in a music career that doesn't play nice to anyone. On top of that fight, she almost lost her child, lost her mother, who was her everything, and lost her father to COVID. Most would have broken, most would have quit. She didn't. She kept grinding. Her inspiration was her mother. Please welcome Erika Rojo.
Hello, hi, primo.
Honestly, did not expect to actually be doing this with you, or with any family member at that. I'm like, seriously, I did not ever have these thoughts that I would actually have a cousin, you know,
Siempre hay una primera vez.
having to interview her. So it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for making some time to come out here. And I wanted to tell you, do you remember how we actually found out we were cousins?
No, yo soy rete güey pa eso.
You don't remember, huh?
I forgot.
Okay, so.
Because we didn't know each other.
No, we didn't. I didn't even know you existed, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I exist. Well, I exist now.
I mean, I know your other half brothers and sisters because that's who I grew up with.
So I didn't grow up with my dad's side of the family. I did get to know a few of the cousins, but I don't know like whose daughter is whose son and that. I knew about you.
Okay.
But
I feel bad now.
No, but we did meet in Monrovia sometime.
That was way out. That was way after.
But we knew about each other. So we're related because my dad and his dad were brothers.
Yes, sir. So to give you a quick little rundown on how we found out we were cousins is I was at my best friend's house at the time. I think I was a freshman. It was Cesar and Maribel's house.
Who's that?
And
do I know that?
You know what? I don't. The guy that you were with, he was in a banda Agua Azul. I don't know what they were called. So
that I was with, or that que me acompañaba.
No.
That I was with.
Not that you were with. I'm not saying like boyfriend girlfriend, but I think you were trying to do music with them. So I was inside their house. They went outside to go say what's up to him because he had come by their house, and you happened to be with him, and I guess they had been talking to him. I stood inside the house because I don't know the guy, so I was just waiting for them to come back. And so they called me out. He's like, hey, this guy wants to talk to you. I'm like, ooh. I was kind of weirded out about him. What guy wants to talk to me? He says he knows you. He says he knows your family. I'm like, all right. So I walk out to the fence, and I guess the guy told you to come out of the car, and you came out. You don't remember none of this, huh? This is in my neighborhood where I grew up on Larry Avenue in Baldwin Park.
Dang.
Yeah, you came out and we were like, you're my cousin? Yeah, I'm your cousin. You're my cousin? Like that.
That's crazy. That's how we met.
That is how we met. That is how I found out about you.
And you know what's crazy? I think a lot of our family members from the Rojo side, that's how they met. They didn't even know like they even existed.
No, dude.
It's like they threw them at them. Like, this is your primo, te fregaste. Esa es tu tía, ¿de dónde? De tu tío, sabe, mangano, whatever. Y es hermana de aquel y aquel. I don't really know many of the family from the Rojos. I know, but not their names, but I kind of.
Yeah, and there's so many others that still like, oh, that's a cousin of mine? Like, that's crazy. It still continues. You still find out, like, there's a cousin over here, there's a cousin over there.
You know what's funny? You know how, sorry. That way you guys know that we are recording. This is like live. No, just kidding. But you know how they know about me is like, oh, la que canta.
La que canta.
So that's how they know, like la que canta.
Yeah.
And tú eres la que canta? Yeah, that's me.
So well, once I got to know you and finding out that you were my cousin, yeah, that's how a lot of my cousins were basically describing you. Oh yeah, that's our cousin, the one that sings.
¿Ya ven? Soy la que canta.
So speaking of singing, honestly, how did music come into your life? How did you get into music anyway?
Well, you already know que los tíos.
Aside from that, yeah.
Aparte que mi papá fue músico, tu papá fue músico. Yeah. Mi abuelo, nuestro abuelo, de parte de papás, y abuelo de parte de mamá. We're doing Spanglish here.
It's all good.
They did the whole music, no? But honestly, if you see me on stage now, I'm like the whole opposite. I love singing in front of people. To me, it's like the more people, the better. Mm-hmm. I get like
you don't shy away from it.
It's like an adrenaline when I see more people. But what's crazy is that when I started singing, I didn't even know I wanted to do this like professionally. I would sing, but I would hide behind the couch, and I would tell like my tias from my mom's side of the family. At that time? I was about 12.
So you started basically figuring out that you can sing at the age of 12?
No, according to my mom, a los 2 años, I was like on key.
Okay.
Like right on pitch.
At 2?
Like at 2 years old.
Most 2-year-olds can.
But
Andrew, at 2 years old, what were you doing?
But I would not be. I was not able to pronounce the words right. But she caught that I was like right on pitch, bien entonadita and stuff like that. So she kind of like saw that little seed. But not until like I was like 12 that my family would say, "Que cante Erika," and I'll be like, "Si voy a cantar, we'll turn off the lights. I'll hide behind the couch, and once I'm done."
So you had to have the lights off?
I had to have the lights off.
And you were behind the couch.
And I was behind the couch.
That's so random.
And that's how I did it for a long time. And I would run. After I was done, I would run. Like, I was very shy. You would never believe that. Now.
So here's this like angel voice that's singing in the back of somewhere.
I was in the back of a couch, yes. And then there was this man by Jose Rubalcaba who I always give credit to, always, because, you know, in the music industry, siendo mujer, it's like so hard. And if they don't take advantage of you, like you're the weak prey, right?
Of course.
So my mom was always like my right hand, always taking care of me, guiding me, don't do this, men think this way, always respect yourself, always be with someone, never be alone. But she was always with me through my whole childhood in the music. So during those gatherings with my family, Jose Rubalcaba came along, a friend of my aunt's, and he was like, "I see something in her. Like, I see potential to do something with her." And he would tell my mom, "¿Qué piensas hacer con Erika?" And my mom was like, "What do you mean?" Sí, o sea, yo le veo talento, le veo potencial. Y así, it kept going. So in occasions, ya otra vez, like he would see this little girl with talent hiding behind the couch and stuff like that. And there was one time I broke the ice. It was at a park. It was like a party. Y había un trío tocando.
Okay.
And that was like the first time I actually stood and sang in front of people after all my hiding behind the couch.
So was it the fact that maybe they were just strangers that you didn't know that made you feel comfortable?
It was just you know, it was just the insecurity, the shyness, and I think a lot of it has to come from a background that I started connecting with traumas in my life, that I started putting two and two together. I'm assuming that's what it was, because there's a lot of things that make sense to me, which I'll be speaking about it later. And I've really never spoken about it. But me paré, así estaba la gente, el trío y todo. Dude, I stood up. I didn't even say thank you. I didn't even say hi. Nothing. I stood up, I sang, I finished, and I ran. I was like,
You did the same thing?
Dude, like, but my big thing was that I actually did it in front of people.
Yeah.
So I was standing like a palo, like right there, just standing, like no movement at all. And that's where I felt like, you know what, I like this. I really, really like this. But I was still very timid, super timid. De ahí es cuando surgió lo de José. Se me hizo mi primera grabación a los 13 años. I did it in Aguascalientes, Mexico. And at that time...
Your first recording wasn't even here.
It was in Aguascalientes, Mexico. But in that moment, you know, you're young. You got all the energy of the world. So me aventé toda la grabación en un día with like 12, 13 songs. En un día me las aventé.
All written
the
songs from you?
No, inéditas. Like they're already like covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like an album.
It was a whole album.
It was a whole album?
Yeah, and back in the days era eso como tecnobanda. Back in the days like that.
Yeah.
So I did that. That's how I started.
You still have that?
I still have that. I have it in a cassette. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I have it in a cassette. And because I started very young, so no estoy tan vieja historia. I started very young, just aclarando, porque luego ahí las malas lenguas empiezan a hablar y no, estoy aclarando. But after that, ahí es cuando empezamos a seguir grabando y en las presentaciones, mi mamá, mi pilar, siempre enfrente de todas mis presentaciones. And she would tell me, like, muévete así. Y, like, méntesela. Y dile.
Your mom?
Yeah. Porque
so your mom really was your guide, your guidance.
Like, she was everything. Like, she was not only my mom, she was my best friend, my manager, my rock. Like, she was like my everything. So you can see pictures even now. En una ocasión, like, ya de adulta, cuando me tocó abrir for Banda MS, I started seeing...
Oh, you opened up for them, huh?
I opened up for Banda MS at the Toyota Arena. And you can see in one of the pictures, my mom faded out there with the camera taking pictures of me.
Nice.
Yeah, she was like the one that was always... But when I was young, she was the one that would tell me how to move and do this and do that and you know, so...
The emotions and the expressions.
Yeah, because, you know, I was timid.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to express myself, so... And I wasn't heartbroken to have that feeling, you know. Ahorita no, ahorita... Ahí están así, me trago de tequila, se las aviento, se las meto, se los digo, and once I'm feeling it, it is what it is.
It's on.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
No me agarren de malas porque si no, les aviento una de Paquita también y no les va a gustar.
Oh, shoot. Women love Paquita, that's for sure.
Well, cuando nos hacen enojar.
Well, yeah, that too.
Sí,
Who's you said Jose Rubalcaba. Mm-hmm. Now, who is he in the music industry?
Ya no está metido en la música.
Okay.
But he had a norteño group and some other groups, and I was the only girl. But I have so much respect for him because, like I was telling you, as a woman, it's hard. But he treated me like I was a daughter. Mm-hmm. So not once
did he
ever disrespect me.
Yeah.
He would take care of me. And that to me, like, I will always give him the credit.
He wasn't trying to be one of the managers that was trying to take advantage of a young female.
Sobran un montón de esos. Mm-hmm. Like, ¿estás casada? ¿Dices esta? Y que vente sola. And I'm like, yeah, then, no.
It's like they always say the story of Veronica Castro, that the reason why she became, and I'm not diminishing her success, but a lot of it had to do, not a lot of it, but the way her success came about was because of El Loco Valdez.
Right. And I don't want to say that that's que salga de mí, pero las malas lenguas dicen eso, ¿no? But there's a lot of people that do that. Honestly, to me, it hasn't been easy. I've had great opportunities. Like, I've opened up for Pepe Aguilar, Cristian Nodal, Banda MS, Ezequiel Peña, Ramon Ayala. Like, I've been in the same stage with Ramon Ayala.
Yeah, you even sent me a flyer where your name was on there. And Adán Sánchez,
Gavilancillo.
And not only, I didn't even notice that Los Rojos de Durango were also on there.
Yes, I forgot to tell you. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago. Wow, I was probably, I think that was like 97, 98.
Okay,
like
so my dad already passed by that time.
Yeah, I think so. But he tenido like oportunidades, but I've knocked on doors. I've had a lot of doors closed and this,
I'm sure.
Uno por mujer y todo eso, but I am grinding. Like, it's all about networking and all about like who you know and what and stuff. So I see it this way. I've enjoyed the journey because if you do it with passion, honestly, it's hard as it is. But when you do it with passion, if you do go and make it where you want to see yourself, that's like the cherry on the top. And in Spanish, I would say, disfrutar el recorrido, disfrutar lo que te apasiona y hacerlo con amor sin esperar que vas a hacerlo por la fama.
Yeah.
Y si llegas a la cima, es la cereza de todo. So, llegas a apreciarlo más. You appreciate it more.
Yeah, you appreciate the
When
struggle.
you work hard for it, like, you have the stories.
Yep.
And I have the stories. I mean, I've had the chance que en mi carrera, they gave me like the blessing. Se acostumbra en español a decir los padrinos que te dan la patadita de la buena suerte para comenzar tu carrera. I was like 15 years old cuando Carlos y José me dieron la patadita de la buena suerte. And I was able to actually sit and talk to them the way that I'm talking to you.
They were some heavy hitters.
Yeah, and they're like the rookies on the norteño that the music will never go away. Como Ramon Ayala, Cornelio Reina. I mean, you're talking about all veterano music, like the good music, you know?
And who's your biggest influence in music?
Music, oh wow, I like many. Rocío Dúrcal, Juan Gabriel, en lo norteño, obviamente Ramón, Eliseo.
And then you have a video of Ramón shouting you out.
Vamos a mandar un cordial saludo para Erika Rojo. Esta chamaca canta y canta muy bien, así es que de parte de su amigo Ramón Ayala y todos los muchachos del Bravo del Norte, les mandamos un cordial saludo, un abrazo y suerte en su carrera.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, I was talking to him about the Rojos. He remember about the Rojos.
Does he still?
Yeah,
okay.
he remember about the Rojos.
You know, it's funny. So one of the last times that he was here, even though he's going to be here again at the county fair, I finally had gotten the chance to go take a picture with him. So, of course, I was drunk, and I wanted to make it a point that see if he remembered my uncles, you know, or the Rojos.
And you forgot.
And my dad. No. I went and I was trying to take a picture. We were taking a picture, but I don't think he was giving a damn because he had such a big line. And I'm over there trying to tell him, like, hey, my dad was from this and this and that. Like, oh,
and they worked together a few times.
Yeah, they did. Dude, when I was a kid, I was at Pico Rivera Sports Arena, and, you know, my dad was there with Ramon. I remember Resortes was in the same trailer with my dad
So you probably
and his
have
wife.
Like more, like you probably encounter more. Porque maybe estás más vejestorio que yo, ¿verdad? O será que
What does that mean?
Like you're a little más older que yo, no sé, no sé. Like
I don't know.
Because you were, or because you grew up with them,
Well,
that
true.
you were able to actually.
I did
see.
get exposure to a lot of that because of my dad.
Yeah.
There's even a picture. I don't have that picture. Somebody has a picture, but it's been sent to me where it's my dad, and he has the same suit on as well as with Ramon Ayala. I don't know if he had sang with him or whatnot, but it was at Pico Rivera Sports Arena
And
as well.
And that's not AI, okay? It's like the
no,
real
not
deal,
at all. It's one of those Polaroids where it comes out of it.
Nada. So no, that was like this.
How I want to ask you too, because obviously the music industry can be great, but I know it's got its dark sides. Like how difficult is it for a woman, especially?
It's hard because vamos a lo mismo. If they don't see you like a piece of meat, or how no se valora el talento, and it's dominated by the guys. It's literally más dominado por el hombre, ¿no? And you go and you ask for the opportunities. Así es que nos está vendiendo para los proyectos de las mujeres, but it's like we're not given the opportunity to show or to come up with a package to show that we could work together.
Mm-hmm.
De hecho, yo pertenezco a un grupo de mujeres que se llaman Mujeres del Regional, which is the header is Diana Reyes. I'm not sure if you know who she is,
no.
But she made popular. She was one of the first women that made popular el pasito duranguense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so ahí con los horóscopos de Durango, con Montes de Durango y todo eso. So she worked with Jenny Rivera. So she has her career like muy bien plantado, pues. Entonces ella formó este grupo por lo mismo, porque las mujeres nunca agarramos like ese reconocimiento y nos unimos y compartimos la música de cada uno like once a week. That way, like the followers of a certain girl knows who you are.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
share
cool.
Wednesday.
That's a cool collaboration, because then it just increases the fan base at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't know about this girl. Let me check out her music. Oh, I didn't know about that girl. That's pretty cool.
And you know what? Like, hay gustos para todos. Like, si no te gustan los corridos, pues hay personas que sí les gusta. Si no te gusta la voz de tal... I've always said it this way. El sol sale para todos. Cada quien tiene lo suyo. So, nadie te va a robar lo que es tuyo. You are who you are. You're your own podcast. Like, yo no trato de imitar a nadie. Yo canto lo mío, lo que a mí me gusta. Trato de ser muy original y no me gusta copiarle a nadie.
That's good.
And I've learned through the ways, like through the hard ways, like start like putting my circle of friends
smaller. Oh, yeah.
I've learned the hard way. I've learned the hard way porque everyone I thought was my friend, and not everyone's your friend. En esta carrera, no todo mundo es tu amigo. either they're trying to see what they drag you down with or what they take out of you. I've experienced it already.
You know, so being that you said that, and on my way over here, I was watching some YouTube shorts, and this old 50 Cent clip came up, and he said something, he was freestyling, he said something, your friends always change, but your enemies always stay the same. And I was like,
yeah,
so when
well,
you were saying
I learned the hard way. I got hurt a lot of times by people that I really cherish and felt like they were friends. Betrayal. And just now I started getting like the hint of like, not everyone's your friend. Be cordial, be the better person with everyone, be professional, even like if you heard the worst of someone that's in the industry, because you're gonna bump into them. Mm-hmm. So it's all business. It's all business, and you have to be very selective as to who are the friends that you really, really want to have in your circle.
Trust.
Or friends that they'll go with you everywhere. We have a group, like a very selective group.
Are these the same women that you've gone to Mexico with, where you guys did like
eso
this
fue lo de las mujeres de regional.
Oh, okay.
Pero hablando de amistades, like going to another subject, I have a group of friends, like we're very selective, and we take care of that circle. But we go everywhere like that a person has a project, todos jalamos. And we all support that one person.
That's cool.
And in this group, there's a few friends that are influencers. Mi buen amigo Rob the Original, he's such a talented, I don't know if you've heard.
I've heard of Rob the Original,
him, like he created this group. But it's like, si nos fuimos a Cancún, vámonos a Cancún, the whole group. Who's tagging along, but we'll go. And if it's like a project that we're doing something, we're all there, we'll find a way.
So now you gotta make sure you bring in Tapped In Media.
Well, le voy a preguntar al amigo.
She's like, I'm gonna forget about you guys the moment I walk out.
Nah. Well, you know what? It all depends like their schedule and stuff. Uno puede sembrar la semillita ahí, and the rest is up to like their timing and availability, no? Mm-hmm. But a lo que te digo de amistades, it's like they'll go. And like for instance, me también, I'll go where I need to go when it comes to like that. Like nos cuidamos. And I've been very selective as to like who's around me, who I don't want around me. Y por eso hicimos la última canción. I co-wrote it with this girl que se llama Selimar, que se llama Sigo Firme. If you listen to the words of that song,
I did, and I really like it. And I'll bring up some of the lyrics later, but I do like it because remember I text you when you sent it to me, and I shared it on our story. I was like, yeah, this one really resonates because there's not too many people that support you who you would think would be there to support you. And when I say support, and again, I'll go on this rant like I always have. Some of these, all these people that we know, they'll go above and beyond to protect, let's just throw out, Bugs Bunny, whatever you want to call him, Zaz. And, they'll go above and beyond just to like make sure they were able to say what they had to say as far as protecting him. And they'll go and spend hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to go see this fool that you will never probably ever get to meet. A dude that you probably will never get a chance to like talk to, and maybe he doesn't give a shit about you except your money.
Yeah, like you'll support people you're not even gonna know.
But for us, it's like all we ask is for a subscribe, a like. You don't ever have to watch our shit, or you don't ever. But just to show like, hey, I'm here for you.
And that's how we are in the group.
I'm here for you.
That's how we are in the group. Like uno de ellos tiene like su construction business también, and like comparte. Hey, we all go, we share, we show the love, we comment, we repost. We see, like whatever content they create, pero todos apoyamos.
That's cool.
And that's the beauty of it, because I've always said this. Los amigos se conocen en el transcurso. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I don't know what transcurso means.
Through the journey.
Okay.
Okay, they're friends.
For those, yes. Yeah. There's certain Spanish words I just don't understand.
My friend tiene la cara de gringo.
I know what it means.
Gringo,
I don't know what it means. I understand what she's saying. I don't know what the definition of transcurso means.
Bien, yo pensé que yo era pocha, pero me ganó.
I'm a pocho, yeah, in some ways.
Me ganó de madres, pero bien me ganó.
I mean, I guess I gotta.
The friends you will meet through the journey, because in the journey, it's where you have the ups and downs, the closed doors, when
and the ones that are gonna stick with you while all that's happening.
Yeah, when all that's happening, when you have a project, they're there. When things went sour, they were there. And when you're up there, you start seeing it diminishes, because you start seeing like who's stuck by your side, not who join you when they see you. Like cuando me tocó abrir like for Pepe Aguilar, oh my gosh, they were like right away, random people I hadn't heard for a while. You got tickets?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, where can we get a discount?
Yeah.
Can we get a discount through you or this? All of a sudden, and it's like, dude, where were you when I posted a post about me singing? ¿Dónde estaba el corazón?
Yeah.
Where's the comment? Where's the reshare?
Nowhere.
I value that. Oh my gosh, because your time is so valuable. If you took the time to repost something, I am like so grateful. I value your time.
That's what I mean. And all it takes is a repost, and it doesn't cost anything other than just a simple tap with the finger.
I have this young.
That's another rant for later, though. Like I'll get into a whole thing on an episode about that. But
there's this kid that he even created like my fan page y todo, ¿no?
Really?
Yeah, and this kid lives in Bakersfield, and he has his mom in a wheelchair. Kevin, very young kid, but very business oriented and always looking out to see like what he's gonna do for his mom. That kid, everywhere I go perform, even when he didn't have his car, he got his car just not a couple years ago, and license and all that. He went to one of my events on the Greyhound.
Wow.
Took 10 hours to get to where I was at, and went to go see me and his mom in a wheelchair. Until this point on, he's still there. Every time.
Really? What's his name again?
Every time. Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin, man.
Kevin, like
that's
that,
a true fan right there.
I really value that.
That's awesome.
He posts my stuff, like, and then Erika too. Like, there's a lot of them, but there's like the faithful ones that are, it's like the consistency, you know, the ones that really go that extra mile. Like
I get you.
Extra mile.
I get you.
And this kid, like, dude, like, ya se había acabado el evento a las 11 de la noche. Yo dije, shoot, go back 10 hours at that back time and all that. And everyone heard the story. Le agarramos hotel.
Nice.
Le agarramos hotel para que se fuera temprano en la mañana con su mamá, no ponerla en esa situación.
Yeah.
O sea, pagar.
And mom was in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And they got on a bus on a Greyhound while she's in a wheelchair. Damn.
That's what I'm telling you. Y uno de que, oh, se me olvidó.
Yeah.
All it is mira, detectó mi cara. Sas. ¿Va? Instagram. Sas. Ya estoy. Okay. Boom.
Yeah.
Ahí está.
Oh, but they're on it when it comes down to some of these people's concerts. Oh, when's the next one? How much is it? 500? I got
Everyone takes their phone to the restroom. No me digan que no.
Yeah.
Because
everyone takes a shit with their phone.
They don't read the freaking labels of the shampoo like back in the days.
Exactly.
Now,
or the cereal box.
Yeah, they don't.
Yep.
It's like, now you have the phone. So there's no excuse. There's plenty of time for you to just, I always see it.
You're right about that.
The friends, you will know them, and you will know them through the journey.
You're right about that. I wanted to tell you, so the way we clicked again, I walked into a restaurant, and lo and behold, you were there with your friend, and you and I started talking a little bit, and I told you about, you know, what I have going and what it's about. And you started mentioning a couple of things as far as like your own trauma, your own downfalls, and everything you went through. So I kind of want to get into that right now. So are you okay with that? Are you ready to talk about some of the?
No hay un traguito por aquí.
So no, I'm just saying, are you okay with being able to?
I mean, I guess I already opened my mouth. So.
I want to make sure, you know, that we're able to speak about some of these things, because everybody always has a story behind their success. So for me, that's always one of the things that that I think people should be able to share if they're comfortable with it, and be able to show it to others and show that there is, you know, a different path aside from all the trauma, that there still is that willingness to succeed. So I want to get into that.
Yeah, because that made me, through the time, it made me realize where those traumas came, that foundation. So I've never spoken about it.
Hey everybody, I'm Russ. And I'm Rojo. We are Tapped In Media. And basically what we do here is provide you compelling stories, stories of people who have been gone through their own downfall, but found their own success in whatever that may be, whether it's content creation, whether it's being a musician, an actor, actors, all that great stuff. So writers, we've got photographers. I mean, we journalists, a lot of the media stuff and like how they came up, and we want to hear their story. So if this is something that you're interested in, check out one of our videos. Tell us about what you think on our interviews, and give us a follow on Instagram at tappedin_media and TikTok. Reach out to us, tappedinla@gmail.com, and let us know about your story too, or just do something in the comments, even on this video right here or any one of the interviews.
And go ahead and just hit that subscribe button and the like button and drop a comment. Let us know what we're doing, or what we're doing wrong. We don't mind the criticism.
And for those of you that do support us already, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
I know that we had ran into each other again after, I don't know how long it was since we last saw each other, but we talked at this restaurant where we ran into each other, and you mentioned about a couple things that you went through in your life, and even just a few years back. And so for me, I was like, well, why don't I have her on? I want to have her on because I want her to talk about her story, because as family, we don't know a lot of the things that go on with some of us. So
no me invitaste porque era tu prima nomás para saber mi historia.
Wow, not like that.
Just like that. Está bien, it's okay. You know what? I think things happen for a reason, because...
honestly, I think there was a reason why I ran into, of all places, in Pomona. You don't live in Pomona. I don't live in Pomona. It just so happened that our supervisor, it was around Christmas time, and she wanted to take us out for our Christmas breakfast or dinner or lunch, whatever you want to call it. And we had chosen that place, and lo and behold, that's where you were with your friend. And you expressed a couple things.
I don't even know how it came out. I had to...
Well, because you asked me, what is your podcast about? And I was like, well, this is what we do. This is what we're about. People's, downfalls into success type of thing.
Do you know what's crazy? I've opened up to you about the loss of my mom. Mm-hmm. But then when we talked over the phone to go over the things, which I like how you guys just kind of like question first, to respect the guest or artist, whoever you have, to not put them in the spot. Because there's certain things like we like to reserve. But when we spoke over the phone, when we met at the restaurant, I did open up to you about how my mother's passing affected me, which a lot of people didn't know, because they see always the smiling Erika, the Erika that's out there, the struggling one, the one that's hustling, the one that's grinding, doing her thing. But behind all that, like, there was so much going on. And then we spoke over the phone before even coming to the interview. And I don't know what, like, the night before, I had spoken about if I should speak about a subject that I'm going to talk about today, which is very personal. I've never spoken about it to anyone in the media. Like, it's been very intimate. I feel like it was like a thing for me to kind of break the chains and really find out, like, what are those things that bond you from doing the stuff that you're meant to do in life. For instance, me, music. For instance, me, like, just associating with people, even my personal life. I mean, everything. Right. Because now that I'm older, like, I try to see how did those things link into that, and I think we'll go into that after. But the thing that you mentioned, we were talking about my mom.
Yeah, we were talking about your mom.
That's the subject that I did talk to you about.
And the fact that you fell into depression, the way your mom's death really affected you and brought you down. You mentioned that I think you were taking antidepressants.
You know, it's crazy porque uno está acostumbrado, like you're raised in the Latino family, ¿no? That is like, ¿estás deprimido? No, levántate, ponte a hacer algo, ponte a barrer, ponte a trapear, whatever you gotta do. And it's all in your mind, right? And so uno está acostumbrado, pues, que todo está en la cabeza, todo, ponte a ocuparte, a hacer algo. And that's the way we were brought up, right? So for me, when I knew that it was a problem, because, you know, when you go through issues and you battle it, it's like one day you have a bad day and then the whole week, like, you go on with stuff and then you go have another bad day. We're all meant to have it, like, we're going to have bad days. But this was every single day. For 3 months, I was not eating.
Yeah.
I dropped like 30 pounds. I was like a skeleton. My bones were coming out. So for 3 months consecutively, like, I was not eating. I was not, I had everyone drifted from my life. Everyone on social media. So you shut everyone out? I shut everyone.
You were just in the dark.
Everyone. I didn't want no one in my home. I was getting phone calls, Facebook, everything. I completely shut the world off. Like, I didn't want nothing to do with anyone.
What about your singing?
Like, I was out. Like, I was done. Like, I didn't even want nothing. Like, I was dealing with my own.
When did your mom pass away?
2020, August of 2020.
Oh, right in the middle of
August
COVID.
of 2020. And you know what's crazy is what really, like, effed with my mind, because I don't know if I'm able to. I don't like to cuss, but it was like,
you can go ahead and cuss.
For me, it was like what really fucked with my mind. Like, it really fucked with my mind was the way the regulations were, because my mom and myself were like so inseparable when it came to conversations in the relationship that I had with her. So it came COVID. She got admitted. I didn't get to see her. So I had to see my mom
through FaceTime,
through a tablet, intubated. Okay, so she fought for 30 days, and it was like a battle of like going up and down, and through that I got insomnia because I was so caught up with, like, I would get the calls 3 a.m, midnight, just to know, and I couldn't sleep. So my whole rhythm, my whole system just got whacked, right? And what's crazy is that when she passed away and I got the call, I was like, can I say goodbye? Dude, like, the way that I said goodbye to my mom was dead on a tablet. They were like, la podemos limpiar and like get her all situated. Like, what choice did I have?
She died here?
She died here.
Okay.
Like, what choice did I have? I had her like 15 minutes within my house, like, for my house.
Wow.
So it was like, I felt like chained up, that you took that, you robbed that from me. I couldn't even, like, no pude ni consolarla, no pude estar ahí al lado de ella. Mind you, being a daughter that will talk to my mom on a daily basis, like by the minute, by the hour. Like, if I didn't talk to my mom within an hour, she will be like, en algo andas, porque no me has hablado. You must be like doing something. Like, it was that relationship that I had with my mom. And I think that's what fucked my brain. You know, it's like I battled all that trauma, and then I didn't get to say goodbye. Like, I got robbed from that. And bam, I went into that depression. I was a non-believer of antidepressants. I still feel like that's like the last resource.
Right.
Like, honestly, for me, that would be the last choice. But when I realized that I did need it to get that help, was when I was not attending my girls the way that I needed to be there. I was completely locked in my room.
I can only imagine how that was affecting your kids. I was
locked in my room. It was like, I was just thinking of what I was going through. I wanted to just go with my mom. I was not eating. My bones were coming out from like
skin and bone.
I lost like so much weight, and that's when I said, no, you know what, I need help. And from there, I saw the doctor. I was a mess, and they gave me the pills, and nothing working. They increased the dose. No, so then they went into like the highest, and I'm not gonna tell you that it erased my situation, but I was able to kind of like interact with my kids and be able to kind of like go on with the flow and even though I had my little downs and stuff like that, but I was able to do things,
right?
You know. And then I did the mistake that I left them cold turkey. You're not supposed to leave. You're supposed to get winged down. So I went.
So it's kind of like leaving something cold turkey and then going through the withdrawals, right?
So I did it like that. Oh, that was the worst thing. I went like double the depression.
Shit.
From where I was. I've always liked my little tequilita here and there. I'm a person that I can go places, and if I want to drink, I'll drink. If I don't want to drink, I don't want to drink. I like know what, when.
You don't need
I
to
don't
be
like
pressured.
to be a follower, or cuando me ponen la botella that drink. It's like I will drink when I want to drink, you know.
I'm the total opposite.
Yeah, but
was the total opposite.
Ya se porta bien. So,
por lo menos.
So what happened there was I was so, and it was so in my mind that I really wanted to go with my mom. Like I wasn't even thinking about my kids. I wasn't thinking about nothing else. I was thinking about the pain, the grieving that I was going through, and how unfair. I had so much anger towards God. Mind you, I'm a woman of faith. I was very plugged into church. I'm plugged into church, but I drifted for a few years because I had so much anger. Because I'm like, I prayed, I did everything. God, like what?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand your plans. Like why? You know. And I started drinking on 2 occasions, consecutive 2 days in a row. I drank the whole bottle of tequila, 1 bottle each day, 2 days in a row, and I mixed it with Xanax.
Ooh.
One night I mixed 1 whole bottle, and mind you, I was like 125 pounds. Like I was a bone. And like my family didn't know that I was doing that. Like me movían, like to see, they were like, oh, está dormida. Pero like acuerdo, like what I was told is like your body was like que gusano, like when you're dead. I don't even know like how. Even the doctor, like I kid you not, the next day I did it 2 days in a row consecutively. Mind you, what the doctor told me, because the second day, before I did the second day of the bottle, I grabbed the keys to the car, and I just wanted to drive into something and just like vanish, like crash into something.
Yeah.
Like that's how crazy like the mind gets.
So suicidal thoughts started.
Suicidal thoughts. I
in
did it with that purpose. I wanted to be gone. Like I just wanted to go with my mom. And I remember I parked at a 99 cents parking structure. Ya estaban ya por cerrar like the stores. It was like that time that they were like wanting to like close down. And I remember, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy because I cried my lungs out, and the doctor's card was in the like on the armrest of my car. It was like God put the card.
Your doctor showed up?
No, the card.
Oh, the card. Okay.
Yeah. So it was like, call. So I grabbed the card and I called and I go, I need to see you. If I don't see you right now, like I'm gonna do something. I need to. And they're like, they heard me. I was like hyperventilating. I was like, I couldn't even talk. I'm in my car. Like I don't wanna do this anymore. And they were like, all the nurses were like, hey, you know, calm down. You know, right now we're like so booked. Like even if you came over here, like no vamos a poder atenderte, but stay on the phone. Like, is it okay if we schedule you tomorrow? Like, please let us see you tomorrow. So they kind of like got some sense into me in the moment. And that night, that's when I went to to drink another bottle, and I took the Xanax, and honestly, when I walked into the doctor's the next day, I was a mess. Like, I was just crying. I didn't care how many patients were waiting out there. I was just like, I was like zoomed out. When I walked in, it was crazy. Like, the doctor goes, I don't even know how you're even walking in here. The first night that you took the Xanax with the tequila, your liver should have shut down.
Really?
He goes, because Xanax is processed like the whole through the liver.
So I don't even know how Xanax works. I just
all
know
liver.
it becoming
it's
very
all
addictive.
Liver. It's all liver. And he goes, and you're like so puny. And you took a whole bottle mixed with it, and you took it 2 days
And God was
consecutively.
really looking after
you know
you.
what? It's like you didn't even give your liver to even cleanse for the next day, where you took another whole bottle and then you took another Xanax, like 2 nights in a row. Like, you should not even be here even talking to me. And I was like, yeah, I was like, you know, like, it got me more
Estaba
like,
chillando.
yeah, like more sentimental, and that's where like I snapped. And he had me like do the questionnaire of like the suicidal there, like everything was negative. So they gave me the number to call, the 1-800 suicidal number.
Oh, the 899?
Yeah.
I think it's 899 or
Ni me lo sé.
988?
Ni me lo sé.
I don't know
Póngalo
it
ahí
either.
if you guys need
well,
to.
that's bad. I don't know it.
should.
I think it's 988.
I don't even know it, to be honest with you. Like, I just got it. Thank you, Sass. I walked out, and that's it. But it's crazy because after that, that's when I started creating more music, because I've always created music. I started creating more music in honor of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And little by little, like, I haven't been on antidepressivos in years. That was just that one occasion and never went back. But I was struggling with insomnia because of how the schedule was and everything like that. And until this point, I still battle, but I'm better off now than where I was before. But it was miserable. Like, I had to take sleeping pills. I would wake up groggy the next day, and like trying to like be a mom, try to do my things.
So, but losing your mom, and I know my tío, or your dad, he also passed away of COVID. So that was a double whammy.
Well, I have something to tell you right there. It's crazy. I don't think you know this story.
Probably not.
You don't know the story. So what happened was that it was so recent when I got the call from the hospital that my mom had passed. My dad called me like probably like 3 minutes right after I received that phone call. So my body went into shock. Like, I didn't even know how to process. I didn't even know if it was real. I didn't know. Like, I don't even know if I cried at the moment. I didn't even know. Like, it was just like the shock.
Yeah.
So my dad calls me. And I know now that I analyze it, I know that he didn't mean it in that way. Pero me agarró un momento tan vulnerable where he called me like at the wrong moment. And that's why, like, I'm very careful when somebody passes. It's like, hey, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Not like, how are you? Like, no. And my dad, when he called me, he goes, mija, ¿cómo está? No, hombre. Fue la pregunta where, like...
That's a simple question, too.
I know. But I analyze it now, but it's like, in that moment, it's like...
But I'm sure he didn't know either, right?
No, he did. That's what he called me.
No,
That's
okay.
what he called me. That's what he called me for. And then I go, ¿cómo cree que estoy? ¿Qué crees que estoy brincando? I got it into the defensiveness, you know? But I knew, so I got a lot of anger towards him, because it was like, I expected him to call me and tell me, mija, I heard the news. My deepest condolences. Si quiere hablar, aquí estoy. Like, the first thing was like, ¿cómo está? And I know he didn't trust me with all my heart. I know he didn't mean it that way. But he got me in the worst moment. So what happened? I didn't talk to my dad for that whole year. He looked for me so many times.
Because of that simple question?
Because that's when I drifted from everyone.
Yeah.
I drifted from everyone. And then with my dad, like, I didn't want to connect until, like, I was right with myself. Like, I got anger with just everything and everyone and just the whole situation. So what's crazy was, after like that year, I find out my dad has COVID, but I didn't know when he had it. Like, I wasn't told until my dad was already like yeah, agonizing pretty much. And I didn't find out through my sister Chela, not my sister from mother or father, which you will figure that would be like, leave our differences aside. That's a shit that you need to communicate. I don't care how many issues you have. That's like things that you need to know. That's our dad, you know? I don't want to talk to you. Hey, dad is sick, but that no pasó así. I didn't find out until my dad was literally dying. And the moment I decide to pick up the phone and give my dad a call, because he was looking for me the whole year, those minutes, seconds, whatever it took, I get the notice, dad died. So I didn't even get to say goodbye to my dad either.
Oh yeah, you know what's crazy? I don't think anyone got, well, I don't know about anyone, but many of the family didn't get a chance to, like, it was so sudden.
But I could have had those last words.
Yeah.
When he was looking for me. Like, I could have had the last words, because you know what he would do? Like, based upon his wife? Si supiera cómo su papá la buscaba. And you know, like, dang, sí, dice, se metía en el teléfono y miraba todos los proyectos que usted hacía. Mire, esa es mi hija. Y estaba en el programa de televisión, so and so, and miren, mi hija canta. She told me that after, like, that he was still, like...
Who told you this?
Rocío, like, his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I went to, because cuando supe, over there in Mexico, you know, they bury them from one day to another. So it was like, dude, we got to drive to San Luis, Rio Colorado, right? So we take off, and boom, we drive over there, like, from day to, like, literally that one night. Porque iban a velar el cuerpo, and the next day iba a ser el funeral. And yeah.
Now, what about your daughter's situation, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that fue antes, well, with her situation, I have a little one, which to me, she's always gonna be my baby. She's 14. She was born with what's called like a duplicated system, que es como like doble riñón, like on each side type of thing.
A double liver?
Like riñón. Like,
oh wait, kidney.
Yeah. So
See?
each one has like its own little tube. You know how like the kidney is right here, and then like each one has like the little tube, and then it has like the bladder. She has like two here, like that, and then each one has like their own little ureter with the uterus, like the bladder. I mean, with the bladder connected. And she was born with a thing called hydronephrosis, which is like in different grades, and hers was like the highest, meaning that she would back up on urine. We're not supposed to back up. We're supposed to flush all the toxins. So when she was 12 days old, I already knew when I was pregnant from her. She got into septic shock. Like at 12 days old, her organs were already shutting down. I had her like over a month in the ICU. They gave her like a 20% chance to live.
Damn.
Ahí paré la música también. This was like in 2011. You don't really leave it, but you're not like
pause.
active. Like it's like a pause. And I pretty much lived the first year in the hospital, children's hospital, the first year with her. Like I would sleep in the hospital, and then in the morning, like go. We decided to stay with the cousin so the kids can be watched while I was dealing with the little one, right? And dormíamos en la noche en el hospital. When she was battling for her life, it was Fountain Valley. When she was like not given even a chance. If she didn't make it, she was going to be a vegetable. So then they transferred her to Children's. Y de ahí vivimos un año. So ahí, like, I had nothing to do with music, absolutely. My priority was, like, I didn't even leave my daughter's side because they told me she wasn't going to make it. So I was like, it would have been a similar situation, like how my mom that I didn't get to say goodbye, so I didn't even want to deal with that. But this was, like, obviously before. Thank God, you know, you see her, she's perfectly fine in the outside. We still go through little battles that we need to follow up and still
But she's
keep up.
She's gonna be good. Like
she's good. Right now we're in a situation where I have to make sure that she's on top of like the habits and stuff like that. because the doctor did tell her if she doesn't, she will lose her left kidney. So we're in that stage right now. But you see her, she's like a normal kid. And that was like a battle. Like I met amazing nurses. I met like a lot of people with situations, and you will never know the struggle when your kid is in that situation.
Oh, trust me.
Te sientes impotente because you're not able to do anything, you know, like what do you do? I had to see my daughter beg for us not to allow a catheter to be put in there and scream to her dad, like, let them leave me alone. So now I request like her testing for her to be put asleep if they're going to do stuff like that. I don't want to go through the torture anymore.
Yeah.
And those are things that, like, as artists, we don't share those things. It's always like fun and games because they see you're, oh, que un trago, you're at a restaurant, you're with celebrity so and so.
No, well, yeah, all they see is the happiness and the celebration.
And you don't even know like what they're going through. So that was one of the battles. And then in 2014, I do like a little comeback and I grabo con banda and I named it Mi Nuevo Comienzo, my new beginning. It was like, you know what, things are stable. Now I can restart. That's why I named it Mi Nuevo Comienzo, which is a whole album with banda sinaloense.
Yeah, I can honestly relate to, you know, with the whole thing. Well, not as bad as like with your daughter, but even with my daughter, we went through the same thing before she even turned 1. Do you remember when the swine flu was going around?
Yeah.
So she ended up catching that, but they called it the H1N1.
Okay.
So it was the one, not as bad as the swine flu, but it was still the same.
Yeah.
It was basically the same shit. And yeah, she was in the hospital all throughout the time. Weeks prior to her turning 1 year old, she looked like a straight heroin addict. And like you said, there was not much you can do.
Yeah.
And you felt worthless, worthless, just seeing your baby and asking you to give them food. And the doctors would tell us you cannot give her anything. So, you know what's crazy is what helped her recover? When my wife and I were like, because we had been there for days on end, no sleep, just sitting right there by her side. Because they had her in an incubator, you couldn't even touch her. When they finally got her out, that's when we decided we're gonna shower, come get something, come back. My mother-in-law came and was watching her, and you know grandmas, they're not gonna listen to doctors, especially when it's their. Yeah. So my daughter was begging for a little bit of juice, because her mouth, dude, she looked, like I said, she looked like a total heroin addict. She gave her some juice, and that fucking basically brought her back to life.
That's crazy.
And she kept giving her, gave her applesauce. Dude, she recovered. She recovered. Crazy. Brought her home a day.
You know, you can't go wrong with the recetas of the old school.
Yeah,
El Vaporut, you can't go wrong with the Vaporut either.
But that's what I'm saying. I kind of can relate to the fact that, you know, having to see your kid, you don't know if they're going to survive it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it came to the point where like my daughter, there was no more veins to put in the IV, and they had to put it in her scalp, like the IV.
Way.
Yeah, so it's like
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, she had to put it through the scalp, like the vein right here.
That's
so
crazy.
Seeing all that, and then when they had to knock her out with for some test, they would tell me like hold her really tight because just the little mLs that we're gonna inject, she's gonna drop dead, pretty much like her body. And I remember it was like, she just like in a second, and my daughter's like that. So I went through like the whole shebang with her. So
that must have been crushing. Oh my God,
I have pictures of her being cut, cut, the blood in the bag. I mean, you name it.
Does she remember any of this?
Half of it, no. But I have so many pictures. I have videos. One thing that I always make sure that my kids were very plugged into Christ. I know a lot of people try to censor stuff like that, but I will never deny my faith. Like that's something I will never deny my faith.
We welcome that all the time.
And my little one, I have videos of her speaking about Christ and speaking about verses of the Bible, and she would always sing and all that. And I feel like it's crazy because like when she was given like the 20% chance, it was a Christian CD with Chris Tomlin.
Oh, Chris Tomlin. Yeah. I like Chris Tomlin.
And what's crazy was that somebody had different CDs there. with different music, worship music, kids music, lullabies, and everything, right? And I remember that I saw the CD thing, like the song, and it was a song that it was, I will rise. That song?
Yeah, by Chris Tomlin.
Yeah, that song.
That song forever always resonates with me.
What's crazy is that you were not allowed to take anything from the game room out to any of the rooms. But they noticed that my daughter's vitals will get back to normal every time that specific song was played. So they took that CD out of that game room and put it in her room. They allowed me to, and they kept it on replay, and her vitals would stay.
It would stay stable.
It was crazy. That song, and now I put it on for her. I do get a little emotional.
Yeah, of course.
Because my little ones, her and all my kids, they're very plugged into church, thank God, and they're very plugged into Christ. She just decided to get baptized.
Yeah, I saw that video.
It was her.
I saw that video.
I didn't tell her. It was her.
My daughter wants to do it too. It's all on her choice.
Yeah.
She's been wanting to do it. So I think the next one that we have, she's gonna get baptized, but with my wife. My wife wants to do it as well.
My car, every time my kids are in the car, it's all worship music.
That's dope.
Nada, mi Ramón. Yo soy la única fuera de onda, sacadota, que le hace falta, que realmente like a very...
There was another conversation that you and I had today, which I know is kind of deep. So if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But if you're open to it...
Let's do it.
I mean, you mentioned some of your own childhood trauma that you experienced.
You know what's crazy is, wow. How do I start?
Do you need a refill?
I do need a refill because I never spoken about this. My girls are precious to me. Like, they're everything to me. And I will do anything to protect my kids. And I'm a girl, I'm a mom. They're my girls. And what I went through, like, I don't desire it to anyone. I won't get into details, but I got molested when I was a little girl by my own uncle, from the side of my mom's side of the family. I was, I think I was like 5, 6 years old, if I'm correct. And it's crazy. We were talking on the phone, and it just came out like so naturally because I feel like I have to break free from this because a lot of us, we don't really talk about our traumas. And I feel like that holds us back. And I think a lot of that had to do with a lot of fear that I had in certain things. For example, like for me, it was a dark. I could not sleep with lights off. I had to have a night light, I had to have a lamp or a room with the light on and a little bit open so I can have light. Because again, when I got molested, it was a dark room. There was absolutely no light, and I was threatened. You're not gonna say anything. And I kept it for so many years. And in that time, it was in Mexico because my mom, que fue padre y madre para mí, she came over here to the States, and we stayed in Mexico. And it happened there. And I stood quiet for like, since I was probably like 16 years old when I think I opened up. So all those years, I didn't know why I was afraid of the dark. I absolutely had no idea. Maybe that has a lot to do with my traumas of me singing behind the couch because I was so timid. I didn't want to be around people, And I remember that he threatened me because mi mamá de allá nos mandaba cosas. And she gave me, I remember it was this bunny that had like like a carrot, and the bunny with batteries, it would go and you can like it would play like a little drum and like the carrot, like it had like a little drum or something. I'm trying to remember, but I know it was a bunny with a carrot, and he would threaten me, and he took it away from me. He took it away from me, and that was like you remember that monkey that came out? How he found compassion with the stuffed animal.
Punch the monkey or whatever they call him.
Yeah, that was like my thing that connected me with my mom. So he threatened me, and I've always wanted to, like, un día bien entrada con un buen trago, like to take that coraje and really confront. Maybe I'm wrong, not in a way of like punching or doing anything, but just like crying out, like letting them know, like, what were you thinking? Like, what were you thinking? Like, I see my girls, and I don't know what I would do if anyone would touch them in a way that.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, it's like what were you thinking? I remember, like, I would beg, like no, like, you know, and the way that I broke free from that, it was crazy because I don't want to say I broke free, but it's like where I realized what was it, because I was watching one of those like mujer caso de la vida real, tipo like La Rosa Guadalupe type of thing, and it was like this child that was watching something on TV, and for some reason something triggered him to put two and two together as to why he had that trauma, that specific. So then that snapped something in my mind. And I said, wait a minute. I'm afraid of the dark because of this. I guess because of the trauma, like my brain locked, where I was trying to block that part of my childhood that I didn't want to remember. So I put two and two together. The dark. It happened to me in the dark. I don't want nothing to do with darkness. And luckily it didn't affect me in the way that for me to be able to become a mother and things like that, but it affected me like mentally, emotionally. I remember that my mom tried to put me in counseling because after I broke that, that's when it just went crazy. I started going through counseling. I tried to like cut my wrist.
Oh, okay.
I tried to do like, I felt ashamed. I felt like, because te bloquea. Te bloquea, and you let all those years marinate pretty much of all the trauma that you had, and you never did anything about it.
Well, because back then, what were you able to do about it?
Nothing.
Right? Like you couldn't do anything about it. You went on with your life.
And I don't want to even put any people involved, but as a grown person now that I went back to Mexico, there's nieces that I bump into that they went through the same thing. Now as adults, it's like, if I would have spoken about it, they would have been saved.
So you never told your mom? You never told
Never
nobody?
until I was 16 years old. Because my mom was everything to me. And I felt like if I said something,
that would destroy her.
It would destroy my mom, or my mom would, you know, what would she think?
Yeah.
And everything. My mom, the moment that I told her that, my mom cut ties completely with him. Like, es como un hermano menos.
I guess the good thing is you could say is that she believed you even after all these years.
She did.
Where if you really think about it,
automatically shut him off.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, if you would have told her back then, she still would have had your back.
I know. My mom always had my back. My mom was my backbone. But she cut him. I don't even want to say uncle. She cut him instantly.
And when you brought that up, you know, the whole like being afraid of the dark or being paranoid of the dark, it brought up like when we were having that conversation. And real quick, I'll say this real quick, because I've never really shared this either. The first and only time I went to Durango, when they took me with my tias, it was the first time ever I had visited El Rancho La Herradura that we had over there.
My dad's, right?
And, you know, they took us up to La Sierra. That was my first, you know, ever experiencing, you know, Durango or Mexico in that manner.
Yeah, that's why you're so pocho, huh?
Yeah, thanks. I slept on this bed that was in the sala. So you walk in, it's some living room, but then it's a bigger big sala, and there's a bed there, and my cousins were in another room. So of course I'm the younger one. I get bullied to sleep in that bed, and I had my back turned to the sala, and I hear this man walk in, and he goes into the bed that I was in.
You never knew who it was?
No, because I never turned.
That's crazy.
That's the thing, is like I had my back turned, and all he kept doing was
But you don't remember
fondling
who was
me,
in the
and
house?
just, it was late at night. I was dead asleep at that moment, but I've always had light sleep since I was a kid, because a lot of the other shit that I would, if I could share right now, I would, but the shit that my mom and my dad put me through, that's a whole nother story, like I said. But when I heard him come in, he sat down, and all he did just kept touching me. He would grab my ass multiple times. He would fondle me. He didn't take any. I had a blanket over me, but the whole time I had my blanket and I have my eyes open, and I'm doing my best not to even let my stomach, not to let my stomach even move, as like, just to pretend I don't know, like I just felt like I need to play dead or something. And he just kept touching me. Went on for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And then finally he just got up and he left. So when we were talking about this, and now it triggered something, like, that is why I don't sleep with my back turned
Isn't that
to
crazy?
an open area.
It's crazy.
So when I sleep, I'm making sure I can see, and my back is, protected by, well, my wife sleeps on this side, so my wife's on this side, I'm watching my back over here. It's a paranoia thing.
And it's crazy because, honestly, mentally, it probably is because of that. Because it makes sense.
Yeah.
And for me, like, darkness, it happened in a dark place. So and it had to do with that TV program, how it triggered this kid to go back to the problem, the root of the problem. I feel like it's to break free from it. And I feel like that's
crazy that that's the first time I share that.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's the first time I even talk about, like, my stuff. And I think I've come to a moment in my life, like the madurez, because I did kind of break when I was talking to you on the phone. I think it was because it was just too fresh to really talk about it. And I'm able to, like, express about it right now. But yeah, it was crazy.
I know, I feel you.
Crazy.
Before we end it, and before, you give us, all your projects that you have going on, your music and your socials, kind of wanted to ask to see if we can, I'm gonna take a shot with you.
Oh,
so I got my shot.
We got our shot.
Saludos a todos. I know she said I'm a pocho, but I speak Spanish. It's just some words.
You guys notice we have the colored eyes? That's all.
And the nose.
Yeah.
Before we take the shot, shout out your socials, any projects you got going on, some of your music, anything coming out.
Bueno, la canción que están escuchando, Sigo Firme, estamos trabajando en el video para poder enseñarles un video bien fregón. Va a ser el bailador de allá, like the
I'm being the backup dancer.
Tipo acá, Señor de los Cielos acá, ya. Y tengo allí un proyectito, todavía no está confirmado, tal vez me voy para Sinaloa a grabar con el tubero de la banda MS, to do some music. No lo he agendado todavía, hemos estado intercambiando canciones y ideas, porque también tengo lo de los 15 años de mi hija, estoy enfocándome en eso. 15 años una sola vez, por eso he estado mi mente en otro rollo, pero enfocándome en lo que es el video y en escribir música. I've been writing a lot of music.
Good.
I've been writing a lot of music.
Just so you know, your cousin over here did sing for his church. That's about as best as I got.
That's good. Well, at least you sang for the man up above.
I did. I tried. But I would, just like you, I would hide myself.
Okay, well.
Shout out your Instagram as well.
Erika Rojo Cantante en Instagram, Erika Rojo Cantante en Facebook también, y YouTube, Erika Rojo.
And you're on TikTok.
Y TikTok también. Erika Rojo Cantante en TikTok, Instagram y Facebook, y YouTube y en todas las plataformas digitales para que escuchen la música de esta servidora, Erika Rojo.
And thank you, everyone, for always tuning in, supporting us. Big shout out to my cousin for coming through. And just make sure you follow us, tappedin_media on Instagram, tappedin_media on TikTok, and Tapped In Media on YouTube, which you will find her interview. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Shout out to Andrew for sticking around.
Yes.
Now we're about to take this shot, which I think she already took. What the hell? How are you not gonna? How are you not gonna?
Wait for you. It was like.
How are you not gonna wait though?
You were taking so long. Like,
Rude.
It was like it was already like.
Salud.
Yeah, it was overdue.
Salud.
It was overdue.